Hello and welcome. Ragnar's Gate Tarot. Monday evening in Finland. Um, Something else in somewhere else, huh? Basically. So, I'm gonna check some cards and we're gonna make some readings. Maybe I can make some simple reading for someone. If you end up here, I do this in English, Finnish. You wanna support the channel, buymeacoffee.com/Ragnar'sGateTarot through there. And if you want to book a personal reading or you have some question about it, ragnarsgatetarot@gmail.com. So through there. But yeah, so the year is young still. So how was the new year? It was kind of calm. Some small fireworks, little bit red wine. So that's not that bad. I'm hoping for a boring year this year. I hope nothing much happens in general, world-wise at least. Maybe there's some ambitions and things that would need to be solved for in the personal level, but check out the earlier things. I was taking cards, explaining one earlier in English, then I have a couple in Finnish if you happen to be in the understanding side of Finnish language, which is a bit rare, I guess, in this world. And yeah, basically that's the stuff. So comment, like, ask questions. I will do my utmost to answer. Maybe I have something interesting to say. Maybe I will learn something. But yeah, we take some cards. Let's see what we get from this. So we start with this. So that would be 10 of Pentacles. So that would be some cycle basically completed. And the Pentacles are material, can be money, can be like basically fortune and then material things. So you have here like there is basically passing on a little bit like the old dude, like who is some kind of patriarch, I guess, and then there's the new, maybe the new next generation. So things have to get done. Something is done. It could be like really like this kind of thing that it's for the next generation. The dogs are obediently by the old man's feet, and he's sitting in a garden of lush, like there's some bushes, or what I say, like vegetation. So, and he's inside the castle or fortress, and there's the family crest maybe, and so this is like signaling that there is maybe a time for change for generations, or in general something has gotten done. Could be one, and thousand other things can of course come out of this, and it depends what would you draw and what would be asked. It depends on the day. It depends on everything. So that says the cards don't have really a fixed meaning in that. And well, anyway, material plane would be, but end of a cycle would be one thing here. And Okay, some technical difficulties there, little bit, and here we are back in the business. So there was 10 of Pentacles, so end of that would be like some kind of end to a cycle. You could somehow relate it to, for example, if you like to the Wheel of Fortune and like this. It depends. But now we're gonna take. Many times I take like I think I like. Well, I like to do simple spreads a lot. Usually, well, depends what you're asking, but many times there is a simple spread that is fine. For example, I use lot. Let's see what is this. We would be here would be the answer, and here would be the um, so here would be the answer, and then would be clarification what that would mean, or it can be also like a timeline from past, present, future in this sense. So let's see what we would get. So the answer would be Ace of Wands. So there is a really like in the very, I would say what I could get, this guy hand comes from the right, which I consider is the future, and basically let's put it a little bit better, little bit better. So let's see. So basically, yeah, that would come. I would say near future already. Is like it's about to be. It could be like basically now, but the answer is Ace of Wands. So there's a great opportunity, and this is like wands are fire, basically like passion. So it's something that you're passionate about. Is about to get like there will be a great opportunity. There is not something yet has not quite clarified what that would be, that, but it's just around the corner. That would be the case, and the aces are basically the raw power or energy of the suit, which, like I said, wands are fire. And then here we have. Now I get this impression that this would be a timeline for some reason. So yeah, and now I would clarify with this that one has been worried, maybe exactly financially, of what would happen when following this passion and the opportunity that might present. Maybe it's been looming there for a while. There is 5 of coins. There is the beggars walking outside the church. That would mean could mean that you would need to ask for advice from somewhere. You could mean that you are about to lose something which is of value, like in material plane. So I would say that earlier there was more risk, but now you have the sun, which is a major arcane. You have the kid that rides with the white horse, pale horse, like the death. In that sense, so basically, I think this would be now more. If I said that I felt that this is something that will give a great opportunity in this would present itself in the near future, I would say that now it's time to seize it. Now it's time to do the things, and now it's time to shine. Meaning that basically it's about to manifest like really soon. The whole opportunity of this, and well, basically, then this would be the future. I would say, like, if it would be this way, then that would be a choice to be made. But somehow I would say that for me, this would now at the moment mean that you've been worried about what are the financial uh, implications of this. And basically now it has come clear that it's about to manifest itself really soon. It will be really good. It's the raw energy, and I would say like it's time to shine. So it's time to take everything out of it as you can. I would take that this is very positive sign in that sense, even if now cards are positive or negative, and that there is not really like in the future, there's not really even like a decision to be made. It will just go well. This is what I think. Hi, Tanya, go ahead, ask a question. Let's see. Something simple, if you have in mind. Yeah, and I'm doing this, by the way, through StreamYard. That seems to be really nice. Nice kind of thing. Nice way to go. Yeah, I just know I had a bit of a delay with. So yeah, here we go. So I'm having big problems with my connection, and let's see how it works. I have to figure it out. But yeah, that was some kind of stuff. And yeah, if you have questions about the cards, if you have questions, whatever comments, I'm more than happy to have a discourse about matters, basically. So let's see another one. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So say, should I stay or should I go in this situation? Should I move forward or should I not move? So we would take something like this. Starts with this. And then this if you would go, and this if you would stay. So that would be like two paths. There are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on, I guess, basically. So the world, well, that's interesting start, because it would be that yes, you have finished something. Basically, you are now you have something is finalized. So should you move forward in the up or should you stay? So now you are like basically you have like manage all the elements. The situation is basically is ripe, is done, something has gotten done, something is actually ready, which I have had sometimes problems myself, thinking that things need to get ready, and that why something seems to be all the time constant like think that why things don't. But this is the rare situation. This is the world. There's the woman who is looks like somebody calls a dancer. For me, at some point when I was doing some comparison of the cards, meditation and stuff, that there is like the hermit's like staff, I think, in two, and it has the legs in the same way like would have the hangman. So basically you're in a situation that you have come to some journey's end. So should you move forward? Well, magician, to moving forward. The devil and the high priestess. This would be the path forward. And this, if you would stay. So I would say that this would, in this case, if you look at this, the magician, the devil, and the high priestess, all are major arcanes. For me, these are here basically, this is upright and these are like upside down. So basically, magician is like the limitations are in your head. So while since you have finished this journey already, now you can basically, that gives you a lot of different opportunities how to move forward. On my view, you have mastered the elements and you are in a good situation. This has given you somehow like a more tools. So definitely. And here you have upside down. So I would say, like, if this would be other way around, you can read these cards. Of course, somebody doesn't care that the devil is in the details. That the devil is okay. Yeah, so there's a little bit again problem with the connection. Sorry about that. But yeah, you can read the, for example, this for me is in my from my point of view is upside down. So basically, I would think that because the devil could mean like basically that could mean like addictions, and that you have like you are somehow having yourself trapped in something, or like this, and also like animal instinct and passion and like, you know, this kind of animal magnetism and all these kind of things that can be considered like kind of not best qualities in some, but sometimes they are needed. Like you need these things. For me, I would somehow see this like, should you stay, should you go, or should you stay? I would say that for me it looks like you have really good, I would think that there is something that you won't get like stuck with something, or you won't get hooked in anything, that you have like a path that, and that is kind of open on my view in these cards. Because yeah, you can read the devil when it's upside down, that it says less power, what is the meaning of the card, or that is the opposite, or then you can basically consider that you don't care that it's upside down, you just read it the way you see fit. But for example, in this case, I would say that the path is open to move forward. And should you stay, I would say you definitely compare these two paths. I like more this. I would say that there's that you would have free path, that you won't get stuck, and then you have the information and things are no longer so much hidden on my view. So basically it would be a little bit like if the high priestess number 2 here of the major arcanes is like a guardian of secret information. You have the moon on the back, and then you have the like basically the cloth behind her, that she keeps the secrets. And so for me it's like that this path would be like kind of fruitful forward, and there won't be like so much like pitfalls that you would get stuck, or that there would be things that you don't know. So I would say yes. In this case, I would say to move forward, because staying still, it would feel heavy. There's like staying still means that then, yeah, you are carrying this is 10 of wands, that basically there's an end to a cycle, and you would kind of should respect it and then move forward, and that you would be stuck feeling that there is like or maybe danger. I see it here, that you would get stuck. So if this was that you have all the possibilities and your own limitations in your head, that this leads to this, that this is not going to be, to staying still and staying is not going to be creatively good, or it's not going to be fruitful. You have you have the 10 of wands, fire, water, and then 6 of cups, and then you have the 3 of major arcanes, which is the Empress, Hallitsietar in Finnish. So I would say that to staying still is not a good option. It's not fruitful. So that will not make you satisfied. I would rather see that this would give a bit of an open path, and maybe you will uncover more, and you will uncover more things. But I think in that case, for example, I would move. I would not stay in this. So that would be one thing. Yeah, I've been doing this. I've been doing readings online, in person, and I'm kind of like nowadays being somehow, I feel like the brighter whites are my cards. I do other decks, but for this, somehow this is the most, I don't know, I look for reference always for the, I noticed that if I was reading another cards, that I would then somehow still have some kind of idea what was the rider white card look like. So I kind of have stayed with this. And anyway, hey, if you have questions, please ask. I will try to answer. And I had some technical difficulties, which is I shouldn't, but still did. So basically, go ahead, ask. If you want to comment something, if you want to talk about the cards, I can make some simple reading here. Personally, I don't like that much like yes or no questions, like so clearly. And of course, any answer that you get from the cards is not final. You make your own destiny, in my view. It's not carved in stone, but this gives indication if you keep doing what you're doing, where you are heading, for example. Okay, then what would be the reaction of my supervisor when I ask for a raise? Let's see. This we don't know. And one more. What would be the reaction of my supervisor if I ask for a raise? Okay, that's right. So this would be the answer, and here would come clarification for it if it's basically needed. So answer would be the Knight of Cups. So it rides a pale horse like to death. It's giving a message that could be meaning, depending that it's like I would say that you would come, if you present it good. I would say that what would be the reaction is that they would see that it's legit what you're asking. I would say that the reaction would be like, okay, that you are doing a good job. You are like pushing boundaries in certain things. I think you are not limited in certain ways, so you can think outside the box. So I would think that what would be the reaction is that this is, I would say the reaction is that this is how they would see you, meaning that basically you're a good worker in this, you're in a good position, you're doing a good job, and maybe they were thinking about it, even to giving it. So I think it would be received good. Let's see what we have. More cups here. So I think there has been some, in the past would have been some kind of small change. Maybe there was some minor hiccup that something was not really going exactly as you planned, but I think you might have taken a little bit too much stress about it, that maybe you thought that it was a bigger deal than it actually was. There's more cups here, there's cups, all water in that sense. So I think you would ask from your supervisor. I think they, let's say that I would keep my eyes open still. What is exactly promised? That I would relate this card. There's the Three of Cups. There is the Hierophant or the Pope, and then they have the 10 of Cups here. And the Knight. This is the Knight of Cups, and this is for me upside down, basically the Hierophant or the Pope. So I would relate it not only maybe to the sort of opposite to the Pope, which would mean like which would mean the devil, and basically so maybe the idea would be when this is given, to make sure that everything is, maybe it's actually something like that, put it in writing and make sure that there is no funny business in it. Maybe there could be something that then comes back to haunt you if you are like this. And just a second. So basically, yeah. So I say, yeah, I think the reaction would be positive. I think you would get it. I think that leads to you feel appreciated. I think they even see it as a good thing that you would ask this, and that maybe this been bubbling there for maybe a little bit both sides. I think they knew that this would be coming. So in that sense, yeah. What's the reaction? Positive. I think you get the raise. That would be my estimation with these cards, for example. So, and yeah, if you want to book a personal reading, ragnarskatetarot@gmail.com. I can do email, I can do different mediums, basically through here, through Zoom, Skype, almost whatever, in some chats. So go right ahead, contact me there. Subscribe, like, share the video with your friends or enemies, I don't know, with someone. Click everything, and that helps always with when you're dealing with the YouTube business and like this. So let's see, and another one. So let's say, what is between these two persons? This is John, and this is Tim. John and Tim, and what is between? This is John, this is Tim, and this is what is between. So John seems to want to. John has some kind of, again, this is the Ace of Pentacles, Four of Cups upside down for me, and this is upside down the Strength. So what is between is like somehow I would say that between these persons, things, there's like a how to put it, somehow there's no balance between the two, who is like basically the boss monkey, for example, or like that there is uh, sort of the shadow side of things and the darker side of things is not in control. It could be that this is like the beast is running wild between these two people, and that could lead to this, that the John is trying to present an opportunity and has an idea, like materialist, or is trying to give something, but it seems like in this case that Tim is not quite noticing this. Somehow Tim's cups would be running empty and he is not seen, and like I think it would come down also to this, that the communication is not good between these two, and like maybe there is like a lot of enthusiasm and stuff, but there is no control. So I get this impression that this one is in a good spirits, try to get something, but this one is not getting. So the approach between these people is somehow wrong, and that would be the problem. And that the team here, you can see the guy is there, and the cups are upside down. In this case, he would be falling from there. So I would say that he's like fallen somehow, kind of falling. It's like, well, the feet could be a little bit like with the hangman, so he doesn't really know what's going on. So the communication is kind of wild between them, and the things are out of control on my view. So one is doing one thing, another one is doing another thing. So, and then for this, you could take here like some kind of evolution for this. For example, well, the moon upside down, the magician, and then basically I'd say that there is a possibility that it has been even somehow, I don't know how it's possible, but somehow sort of like the moon could indicate that some cycle ended between these in this situation. I would say that somehow I get this impression that something went like kind of like expired in some way. That was hanging in the balance, or hanging, that was kind of like stuck for a longer period of time, and now there's like sort of even like a fresh new idea coming out of this, or it's been polished, and like this one is shining here. And now at the moment, maybe the problem is that there is a lot of opportunity, like again magician, there is all the limitations are in the head. So maybe this is like a little bit confusing the whole business of everything, in that sense that basically maybe there's so much opportunity and so many ways to go it, that that's why the communication doesn't work. But but in the near future you have Ace of Wands again here. So basically I see that this situation could be changing, and sort of like it changes from that people will feel passionate about it and all that. But basically I don't see if there would be ways to correct this, that things are out of control, and this is leading to another opportunity in the near future if this can be fixed. But somehow I'm not, these are both like the raw energy of the suit. So this card here, it represents yet another like a good opportunity to do something for the situation, that like this, there is all the tools are there to fix the stuff. And it would be like I feel that this would go somehow to the opposite side, that this two would meet, like I don't know from whom that would make sense, but in like I would say that the aces meet in the future. So if this can be fixed and it's realized that there is like all the tools actually is on all the cards are in the table, all the tools are on the table basically. So that would be the thing in this case. So if the tools can be used in the right manner, then the aces will meet. This is how I see that this would turn. The future would be somehow linked to this. This guy, that would be the stuff, and the recommendation would be the sun. So basically, like the aces would, they're both like shiny, and then like you have this is almost the sun, could be here also, and this is also like shining the opportunity. So the recommendation is to go with good spirits and try to shine in a good way and bring light to others and to the situation. And since this is the bare energy and rare, like naked energy of the suits, that this is how you should still process and to fix the Okay, so here we are back. Hopefully again, the connection seems to be jumping. It should be a really good one, but I don't know why it's not. So yeah, the aces should. There is two parties with, and the aces should find each other in the end, and they should, if they can use the tools right and solve the situation that is a bit chaotic, that there is no control. So to establish some kind of control of the situation, I think it would be more the guy that was showing in earlier with the Ace of Pentacles, who would be the earth material that could be more like doing this. So that would have been one thing for this. So still, yeah, ask away if you have something. Subscribe, like. Sorry about the connection problems. I try to fix that for the next session that will be next week, I think. And feel free, book a personal reading, or if you want to ask something about readings or whatever, from ragnarskettarot@gmail.com. That would be the way to get in touch with me. And of course, subscribe, like, share, tell your friends if it feels like that. So let's take a situation that, what is the work situation of John? So basically, here would be an answer. Here would be past, present, and future. Like this is a 3-card past, present, future. These simple things usually work pretty well. I don't know if they get enough. So past, present, future. Well, here we are again. So I think there has been something that has been, could be related. This would be the Justice upside down for me. This would be the Knight of Cups, and then 9 of Wands upside down. So basically how I see it is like earlier there has been, what is the work situation? I think there has been something that so yeah, here we are back again. So I think something illegal has happened in this. What is the situation for John? That something has been that was not quite legal. I think the matter is like maybe it has not been noticed, or then John didn't want to talk about it. But I think he's putting the matter forward. But I think what is going to happen is that he's a bit alone in this So maybe he doesn't really get support from the co-workers, or maybe the point is like the party, the opposite side, which would be in the employer in this case, would not be really receptive for this. So he's coming out with the horse, like I said many times, it's like white, pale horse like the dead. There's a message. He's trying to make it right, like wants to make it right, but in a diplomatic way, in good spirits. And it's like maybe he thinks that maybe the opposite side didn't do it on purpose. So, but he's kind of coming this, and he's keeping his mind open and not making too like. Maybe he's pushing some boundary here. Maybe this is some kind of practice that has happened there before, and he understood that this is not exactly legal. So I would read the justice card upside down, that it's justice has not been somehow served for me. This is how I see it with these cards in this question. So basically something legal, or at least what he thinks is this manner, John, and he's trying to solve it, but he's not gonna get what he kind of wants, that he's gonna end up a bit alone. So maybe the people are not gonna like want to take part in that holding, and he's gonna end up a bit of alone in this. So what would be then? At the moment he has, so like past, present, future. So this is what has happened, this is what's happening now, this is presented forward. But like if to present it like this, like kind of honestly, openly, without any bad intentions, or like even like just to be like straightforward about it, and like kind of like it's a knight in a shining armor. It could somehow also mean that it could be like in the work that now I get impression that maybe the company has done not to him even something, but he's honestly noticed this and he wants to put it forward. It's like, hey, this has happened and this is not okay. Let's see what is the advice. I would say that this advice would be that this is the right thing to do. 10 of Cups would be the advice for this. So I would proceed the way you feel you need to do it, and then what comes you have to then deal with. But this is the right thing to do, basically. So I would consider doing how you feel you need to do it. And if this is, and this seems to be that it has presented exactly like this, so go ahead. And then if it leads to this, that you would be isolated there and you would end up alone, then might be time to consider that, are you in a right place? So this is what I would see is what is happening in little bit of a dramatic situation in John's work. So here we are. Now I would say that this would be a card which I will have a probably English session, next one on maybe latest on Monday. Let's say latest on Monday, yes. So that would be Monday the 14th, whatever the hell that would then mean. And then I will do one in Finnish. So if you want to hear Finnish language, the sweet words of Finnish language, I probably would be doing that on Thursday. I will put it there to schedule it so you can then participate in that, basically. So sorry about the technical difficulties. I will try to figure this out. What's with the connection? It really should show that it is just fine at some points, but then it is not. All right. And yeah, when I'm doing this, I could manage maybe some reading for someone if you have a question about whatever the cards, because this is about the tarot and like this. So go right ahead. Tanya tried. It was a bit of a delay and I had some issues, so I couldn't couldn't answer, but if she happens to be in the ether, make a question. I promise I'll get you an answer next time. Or like this. So, but yeah, let's take a card for basically for the rest of the week. So that's something to think about then. Like, let's see what comes. Let's see first this. So we take this one. Why do I get this impression that this has been before? So that would be the eight of wands. Well, Jessica, we'll skip that. We will. Hi, Jessica. Can I ask what's coming towards me next in love? Well, let's see. We do that, and then I think I have to start moving on to other activities. But Jessica, okay, what's coming next towards me in love? I'll do that. So let's see. Ask. Okay. I will take one card here. Well, what is coming next is the magician is coming. So basically, I would say that it's all about yourself. What's coming next? I think there is no limitations. Like you have the reminiscence there. All the components are there. So what's coming next towards in love? It's like, I think it depends what you want to manifest. I think it's whatever you want it to be. So I would say that there is not really like a limitations in that sense. It's basically it's going to be what's going to come towards you next is what you want. So what do you want? Meaning that you have this magician has his as above so below, and it's concentration without effort. So I think the whole thing would be that whatever you want, and it should be also like, I don't think you even really have to try. I would say that for me it seems like you're in a good position, like in a good place in and space and time. So I would say that you're ready for whatever it is, and I think whatever comes is whatever needs to come, and I think whatever you want comes. Maybe that's a lot said, but I would say, like, for me, yeah, that seems good. Sure, yes. I think no cars are good or bad in that sense, but for me, yeah, maybe there is. I think there could be also like if there would be a person exactly. It's like someone who seems nearly magical, even also could be coming, meaning that maybe someone who has few tricks in their sleeve also. So if we go that far, maybe this is what you want. Maybe you want someone who can amaze you. Maybe you want something which is like whoa. So Jessica D04. Hope you like that one. And basically, hey, subscribe and like if you want. You're welcome. Yeah, and hey, hit the bell, subscribe, and you see when I come back to do this. So yeah, that was for Jessica, and that was very somehow pleasant. I like that. And I have to say, of course, it's like I say what I see in the cars, and sometimes it's not so pleasant, but somehow I got really positive vibes from this. So this is what I needed to say then, basically. and all that. But yeah, okay, that got a bit confused with take. I will put here another card. Let's put this that this is for the rest of the week again. Let's try now. Okay. Queen of Cups. So that would be the card for the rest of the week. So the idea would be like if there is some challenges, whatever there is, it's like sort of a guidance card and how things would go. I think it's like this is one should look into one's feelings, for example. For me, this is like normal way. So if I put it like this, that would be like it's upright. It's not upside down. So basically, it would be time to concentrate on one's own feelings and like look into yourself and your feelings. That would be, and then whatever you can come up with this, how this is in a throne. This is like related, could be related sort of to the Empress. Is the Queen of Cups. So also it's so could be like a mother figure and stuff. So maybe to take in count. Also something motherly in that sense, creative stuff. The actual mother. But as like for the rest of the week, I would say that the main thing would be that you look inside. Like she's staring to the cup, and for me, she's staring. I get the impression that she's staring to her own emotional well-being and everything, something like that. So I would say that's the stuff. So if there is something you think about the Queen of Cups in the Rider-Waite cards, that would be what I would say. So yeah, I think that starts to be the time I can spare tonight for this. Here is already 1 a.m. in Finland. So basically, I think with the Queen of Cups, that basically that starts to be the stuff. So, till next time, I suppose. Have a pleasant night, pleasant day. Take care of yourself. And let's hope, and you can check, I made actually one more thing. I just made, well, let's forget that. Okay, hey, see you next time. Hope you, thanks for Jessica for the question. I hope you liked what you said as you think. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share. See you in the future.